All right, party people, so this is the Fitbit Ionic Adidas Sport Edition. So what's different between this one and the regular Ionic? Well, they actually share a lot of similarities, and there's really only going to be three big differences. So there's going to be a two-tone perforated sport band that's going to be exclusive to this device. And then on the software side, you're going to have, I think, 4 different custom watch faces with the Adidas branding. And then finally, you're going to have the Adidas Train app that's going to be loaded onto the device. So Fitbit is obviously taking a cue from Apple's partnership with Nike, partnering with Adidas to bring out a special edition Ionic. So let's open this up and check out what it's all about. So the box itself is actually very similar to the original Ionic box in terms of the dimensions, but it's obviously going to have the Adidas branding. So since I did not do an unboxing video of the regular Ionic, this will have to suffice. Alright, so inside the box, we have a nice little case. Open this up, and we have the watch itself. Then from here, again, very, very standard, you're going to have the instruction manuals. And then below, you're going to have the extra small, not extra small, but the additional small band, as well as the magnetic charge and sync cable. So that stuff is all the same, but let's check out the watch itself. So I should probably grab the other Ionic just to compare it. All right, so here's the other Ionic, which I actually need to charge. So it's going to have this little wrapper on the top, which we will go ahead and peel off. And then on the surface, it's very much the same. Still going to have the 3-button configuration, but the watch band is really quite nice compared to the original watch band, which I thought was a little bit stiff. Yeah, this watch band is significantly nicer. It's definitely going to breathe a lot more with those perforations in there, and I really do like the two-tone finish that they chose to have on this. And then the clasp is actually going to be different as well, where you're going to have this kind of two-pronged clasp versus just the single prong. And then the other big difference with the band is that you're actually going to have this loop rather than this thing that I actually forgot to mention in my full review video. But it's this little nub that honestly I wasn't really a fan of, that kind of manages the extra bit of watch strap. It kind of like snaps into place sort of thing, and I don't know, I just wasn't a huge fan of it. So I'm kind of stoked to see something a little bit more traditional here. They both weigh the same, of course, because it pretty much is the same hardware. Alright, so let's power this on and check out the custom watch faces as well as those little workouts. So as we start it up, we do see the first custom watch face with the Adidas logo on it with gigantic numbers. And then let's go ahead and take a look at the menus and see what's different. So the first screen is going to have the Adidas Train app right there. Still has the Today app, the music, exercise, coach, relax, wallet, timers, alarm settings, Pandora weather, and then Starbucks. So there's going to be, I guess, an additional page with a single icon just because of the Adidas Train app, and Starbucks looks like it got shifted to the back. And then taking a look at the Adidas Train app. So these are going to be workouts designed so you can train anytime, anywhere. Let's go. So we have run activation, dynamic warm-up, metabolic, strong stride, power pace, and then post-run stretch. So I've been a runner for pretty much all my life, so I'm really curious to see how these workouts will actually help me improve my running. I do have some pretty lofty goals this year. I want to get a sub 19 5K. I haven't done that since high school. And I'd also love to break 40 minutes for a 10K, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen. But maybe these things will help me out. So no, it's not necessarily a drastic difference between the regular Ionic and this one. So who was this actually for? Well, it's somebody that wants something that's going to be distinctive, just like the Nike version of the Apple Watch. Because you see Apple Watches everywhere, and the one distinctive feature is going to be the watch face as well as the watch band. And then there's obviously the people that may want to take advantage of the Adidas Train app. And finally, honestly, this is very much for people who, like myself, are Adidas fanboys. So yeah, if you've seen, I don't know, 3 or 4 of my videos, you'll probably notice that I wear an Adidas sweatshirt in the majority of them. Hashtag not sponsored, but hey Adidas, hit me up if you need another ambassador. So yeah, I'm definitely a big fan of Adidas gear, especially their Terex gear, because it's just extremely durable, it fits extremely well, and so yeah, I'm definitely a big fan of Adidas, and this watch would definitely complement any Adidas wardrobe. But let's go ahead and put this on, and I can already tell you that immediately, this band is way more comfortable than the original stock one. It does have the more traditional loop, like I was saying, rather than that little nub, and I like that a lot better. And then on the wrist, I tell you what, this thing's attractive for sure. And then the Adidas watch face itself has the Adidas logo and then the numbers, which are absolutely enormous. It's going to have your step count, heart rate, and then the date. So in the Fitbit app, by the way, when you're actually setting it up, it does ask you to choose between a regular Ionic and the Ionic Adidas edition. So while it's doing the setup process, let's go ahead and take a really close look at this guy. So the watch strap itself, like I said, is going to be a two-tone type of thing. I wear the large one, even though I kind of have a medium-sized wrist. I think it's around 195 centimeters in circumference. But the watch band itself is going to be extremely flexible because of all these perforations here. Still going to be the quick release style, but the one thing that I do have to say that I already do like about this watch band versus the other one is that you can actually lay this flat and it'll stay. So the other Ionic, which is over there, here, see this watch strap, what happens is that it kind of just curls up and you can't really like lay it on the ground. It's just a little awkward. So that alone right there is something I like a lot more about this particular watch strap. So unfortunately, just like the original Ionic, it's taking a little bit for the initial setup and the firmware update. So what I'm gonna do probably right after this is actually just go test out all those 6 different workouts and see if those things could actually benefit my running. So there's the first look at the Fitbit Ionic Adidas Sport Edition. On the outside, I'm pretty stoked about this because it's gonna be a lot more comfortable and I think it's gonna be extremely attractive. So I will see you in a couple days when I get done with all this testing and I'll report back to you with what I found.